Okay, I'll do that in a second. Okay, going to share my screen. I don't even think I have any recordings, but okay. I'm going to share my screen.
What kind of charge?
Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm in Google Drive right now. These dots, when you're in your account, whether it's your email or your Drive, these dots take you to a world of apps available to you at no additional charge. Most of us are familiar with Google Search, Google Maps, of course YouTube. And for those who have Android devices, we're familiar with Google Play. We have Gmail accounts, so we're familiar with the email portion. But how many on the call actually use Google Meet?
Not me.
Google Meet is a platform like the platform we're in now doing the training. As you see, when you click it, it brings you in. It asks you to either start a new meeting, or if you've invited someone to a meeting, to put in the link or the code. This service is a free service that is included with your Gmail account. So where Zoom has a monthly charge and free conference call has a monthly charge, or a request for donation is a better way of saying it, your Google Meet is totally free and can be used for the exact same thing.
Google Meet.
Google Meet. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Google Chat was replaced by Google Meet, but it is where your email at the bottom, you can send instant messages like you would in any messenger.
Okay.
A lot of us, even though we use Google email, do not realize that we have the ability to have a place for contacts. If while you're in the email, let me find an email that, okay, this one is safe to open. And I come here, normally, I've already saved it, but normally it'll give me an option to save the email. When I save the email, it then goes over to contacts. You can import contacts from a different location. You can create contacts, whether you're doing an email or not. And you can export in an Excel or CSV file your contacts. Part of the reason that you would export is if you are using any type of CRM, you could export and import into the CRM so you have the email addresses for them to send you, for you to send emails to. So far, is there any questions about Google Meet or Google Contacts?
So in Google, in the contacts, you can go, you can pull up your contacts and bring them into an Excel spreadsheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you do that with one you like copy paste one line at a time?
No, I don't have any. Let me see. Do I have any contact? I don't have any contacts in this account. This is an account I rarely use, which is why I'm using it for this. But say, for instance, if I had some contacts in here.
Yes.
I can come down here and I can select export. When I select export, it's going to ask me, do I want to use all of them or only a few? I would select the ones I want. I would say Google CSV, and I would hit export, and it will download as an Excel file.
Wow. Okay.
So when you're using MailChimp or MadMeMe, Constant Contact, or anything of that nature, you can then upload from the sheet into the program to send out the emails.
At one time.
Mhm.
Is that the email blast?
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I gotta do that. Thank you. I know I'll have to play with it, but I need to learn it.
Email blast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Google email, right?
That's, yeah. Emailing a lot of people at once without having to go in and do bit by bit, address by address. Thank you.
You're welcome. The next thing is Google Drive. Now, some of us use Google Drive. Anointed uses Google Drive very heavy. Naturally, Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes free of storage space. If you create the document in Google Drive, it doesn't come away from your space. You can create documents, which are Word documents. You can create sheets, which are Excel sheets. You can create slides, which works like PowerPoint, and you can create forms. Each option gives you the ability to start from blank or from a template. You can share these items with people. I'm going to select something just so you can see the process. So I've highlighted my weekly loads for one of my old trucking clients. When I'm in the spreadsheet, I can select share. When I select share, I can share it with specific people, or if it's something that I want to share with lots of people, I can come down and change this to say anyone with the link can get it and post the link wherever I want to post it for them to be able to get it. The same can be done with folders. So what we do in Anointed is I have a whole platform in my Drive set up with different training and promotional folders, and I've added the team to the folders so they can access them upon demand. They don't have to call me to email it or any of that. They can go right in and access it. Are there any questions about Drive before I move to the next app?
Thank you.
Most of you are familiar with Google Calendar. Google Calendar is good because it is compatible with almost everything. You could make your Google Calendar sync to your Android, your iPhone, your Calendly, your Schedulicity, your Actuity. All of them will link to your Google Calendar. If you set appointments through your Facebook, it will also sync to your Google Calendar. So you do not have to be on your actual computer in your Google Calendar to put it there. From your email, if someone sends you an invite, you can click the invite and automatically add that time and date to your Google Calendar. From your Google Calendar, you can send invites to anybody in your contact list, or you can type in their email address and send it directly to the person. If it's going to be a video meeting or a video call, you would click here to add the link. It will generate the link for the video conference. Adding guests is what I was just explaining. You would add someone from your contact list or type in their email, but you don't have to just add an event. You could add a task, a reminder, or schedule an appointment of some type. You can put in the location, and Google Maps will pull it up for you. If you ask it to, it will show you the map. but it will definitely show your drive time from your location if your GPS is on. A lot of us use planners. I use a physical planner in addition to my Google Calendar. But I tell people, especially if you're at an area where you're working to save money, your Google Calendar, it may be more effective than any other calendar you would use online. It is just that compatible. Are there any questions about the calendar before I move to the next app?
No, thank you.
Google Translate. Google Translate will take whatever you put over here in English and translate it to whatever language that you would select. So if you're in your area, the predominant culture outside of English is Spanish. You can translate your ads right in here to Spanish. Copy it and paste it in, hit, and it's going to translate it over to the language that you have selected. You notice they have lots of languages. They don't discriminate. You can find almost everything in here. Swahili, Portuguese, Norwegian, Hawaiian, Haitian Creole. So if you would like to make your ads where it draws other people than just English-speaking people, you can translate not just your ads, your sermons, your books, your speeches, your emails, your whatever, in Google Translate. Any questions about Google Translate?
Wow.
That is amazing.
All right, see y'all later. Love y'all.
It is very, very helpful. Very helpful. Especially for those with a message that needs to reach the masses. Down here in Florida, we have a lot of different cultures here.
Right.
And so it's important that we have a quick way to translate it over. If I write it in Google Drive, I'll show you guys really quickly. Say, for instance, I take a Word document. Do I have any Word documents already done? Say, for instance, I take this Word document, and I decide that I want to take this contract and put this contract into, we'll say, Creole Haitian, because I'm sending it to a Haitian client. I can go in. Let me find where I'm trying to insert my format. I need to update it. Hold on. Where's my translate? Where's my translate?
Other language under file. At the bottom.
That's not where it's going to translate it for me. And I do this every day, so I'm not understanding why in this account I can't find it. Because it's going to let me watermark it, but it won't let me translate it. And I don't feel like going in my regular account because of proprietary information. Okay, for the sake of proprietary information, I'm going to stay in this one, but there is an option to translate it, I promise. I do it all the time. I'm just not sure.
When you translate it, will you read it to you in their language?
Yes, you can make it read it to you. You can make it read it to you. Now, personally, I'll be honest, I'll tell you I don't, okay? Because I'm just trying to, I know what it says, I just wrote it, I'm just trying to get it out here. But, yes, it can. And for those who have taken my writing course, How to Release a Book course, you'll see that headers, page numbers, bookmarks, table of contents are all addable right in Google Drive. Okay. Now, let me come out of translate real quick. Come up over here. Photos, of course, is a storage place for photos. Duo is the Google version of FaceTime. Google Duo works,
Okay, I got you.
Duo works on both the iPhone and the Android. So for those of you who have iPhones and you've been used to FaceTiming family and friends, and then one friend gets an Android, in order to be able to do a FaceTime-like situation with them, have them download Duo, and FaceTime and Duo them. Chrome, of course, is Google's browser. I'm more comfortable with Mozilla, but Chrome is Google's browser. If you do not have Word and do not want to have to pay whatever the price is for it now, you can create documents, flyers, Excel sheets, PowerPoint presentations. You can go into Google Drive, or you can come here and go directly to these options. Google Finance gives you a quick and easy glance at the stock market. I'm not sure if anybody other than my butt is on here all the time, because I tend to kind of like playing with the stocks, but this is a good place to look and see how things are going up and going down. As you see, some of the major things right now are down because the economy is out of whack. But they'll juggle from day to day, depending on how things are going. Google Hangouts is where you can do messaging and video calls with friends. There's some old...
Is that still operating? Somewhere it said something about my Hangouts was going to be phased out or something.
It is being phased out, but right now it is still operational. Eventually it'll be totally phased out, and it'll be meeting will be what has taken both it and chat's place.
Okay.
Google Books is where you can find books that are available on the Google Play platform. So if you released a book and it is on Google Play platform, you will be able to find it by searching.
How do you get it on Google Play?
Well, I have to be honest and tell you.
Sunday.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Ancient Chinese secret, okay? That is a service that I offer to my publishing clients. In the class, I'll be honest and tell you, it doesn't teach it. It only teaches you how to do one platform. But it can be done. As you see, I just pulled up my books. It really could be done. So if you have a Dr. Barbara, if you have something you won't put up, just side note me. Everybody else, I'm going to be honest and tell you, it's something that I do for a fee and not necessarily a cheap one. But I don't only put it there. Put them on Barnes & Noble, Walmart. It's a list of places. But this is our tax training, so I'm going to focus there.
Yes, ma'am.
This is where you find books. So you may not necessarily be looking for your book. You may be looking for, let's see how many books they have on taxes. You may be looking for a book on taxes, and you may go in, and here are books on taxes. So it's another place to find books outside of iBooks and Kindle and Nook. Blogger. For those of you who have always wanted to have a blog, Blogger is a free place to release your blog. Of course, I hit Blogger and go back into the back office of someone's blog that I manage, but Blogger is where you would put up your blog. So if your tax business is trying to draw clientele by putting up informational posts, a blog may be a good place to do it. If you are anything else that you're trying to draw business, ministries, blogs are really good for ministries to put up portions of sermons or whole sermons so that people who couldn't catch the service can go check it out. Blogger is where you can put up your blog for free. It is also, if I wasn't already logged in, a place where you can go search topics and it will show you all the blogs listed in their platform on that topic. For those of you, this has nothing to do with taxes, but somebody talked to me about school situations yesterday, and Google Classroom.
Feedback.
Gives you the ability to set up virtual classrooms in the Google environment.
Wow.
You would go there, create your class, add your students, and go from there.
And that's included in Google without an additional subscription?
Yes. Now, there are some parts of it that they may say has an upcharge for, but yes, it is actually free within the Google environment.
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
We were talking about Google Classroom. Google Earth. Google Earth, I would say, is a work in progress because it's not updated as often as it should be. But if you were trying to find an address, you can go to Google Earth and search for the location.
I already timed it on the phone and computer. Turn one of them off.
Mute your phone.
Without muting.
Muted.
Okay, did I mute everybody? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, but okay. This is what Google Earth looks like. You can type in a location to search. We'll just say, I don't know. I don't even know where I would search. Let's look at where I was searching. And it will actually, this location is where we had a billboard up in the Atlanta area.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're trying to find what something looks like or where something is, you can utilize Google Earth. As you see, they say this is an experimental version just to see how it works and what improvements it needs, but this is how it works.
So will it take you down to street level?
Hold on, let me see. Project. Let me see how close down it'll take me.
It'll take you all the way down. You just kind of keep zooming in.
You know I never really use them. Tell me where, how often.
At the bottom of the screen, the plus and the minus.
My plus. Goodness, come on, P. What?
That's how far it goes.
Okay.
In the living room, her tablet is in there, I think on the couch or on the table or somewhere. But it's in the living room.
You had a question in the chat that asked on the blogger, how long can the recordings be?
What recordings?
In blogger?
Recordings are for actual blogs versus vlogs. Now you can upload a video, depending on the size, and if the video is already on YouTube, you can sync it over. I can't see the question as well, so you got to tell me if that answered the question, or is it another part to it?
That's all I was asked so far.
Okay. I'm going to skip Google Ads for a second and come back to it. I'm going to hop over to Google Podcasts. And the reason I'm hopping over to Google Podcasts is because we have the predominance of this class today is a ministry, and I want to show them this since we're in here anyway. In Google Podcasts, you can explore shows, you can set up subscriptions, you can set up a queue, you can add your blog by RSS feed. Those who have blogs already know what RSS feed is, but for those who don't, I'm going to show you this really quickly. Sign in. Oh, goodness. Which one do I want? This one. And if I go into my dashboard, and I click how many platforms, and you select your RSS feed, and you then take it back and you add it, and it adds your blog to the platform. Okay. There's a lot that Google has to offer that we overlook. For teachers, there's different tools available. Workspace for Education, Google Classroom, how to get sponsored Chromebooks.
How to get
Yep. Google has a program with nonprofits where they sponsor different things. I'll sidebar you on that, not necessarily tonight, but at a later time.
Okay, all right.
Because I know you'll need that for what you're doing. So these are the rest of the things that Google offers.
Goodness.
Google has lots and lots of things available. Google Fi is Google's Wi-Fi extenders. Google Family Link is how you link your devices so you can track each other. Google My Device, Google Find My Device works like iPhone Find My Device and finds your Android devices. Google Fonts lets you change your fonts. Okay, so Google has a lot. Now, some of these things over here do have subscription fees, and some do not. You just have to check and see, based on what you're trying to accomplish, what has what. But Google has a lot to offer that we overlook. I'm quite sure a lot of you did not realize that Waze is part of the Google platform.
I did not.
So sometimes the best things in life, they just be free. You know. Okay? Now, the one thing, the reason I came over here is because I wanted you guys to notice Google Voice. For those who do not have additional phones and are not necessarily in a position to pay an additional phone bill, Google Voice is a way to set up a free Google phone number that brings to your phone. I did not mean to log into mine because I thought I was still in the other account. But as you see, you can receive text messages and phone calls. They can leave you voicemails directly from the platform. You can respond, or from the app on your phone. In the settings,
You froze.
She'll be back.
I'm going to be telling you watch go. There she go.
Girl, you miss it.
Got a phone.
It's still him, Mom.
She on it.
Oh. I'm just not it. Oh, Jesus.
You've been frozen this whole time since you went on the phone.
okay.
So we're right back.
Okay. Go.
Thanks, Will.
You're welcome. I totally just blanked on your name. Oh my God. That's Whitehead,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
We started the chat for your team today, but I only had 3 ladies that reached out to me last night, so I need you to add the rest of your team into the chat.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions while she's trying to log back in that I might be able to answer? I'm not the best at all the stuff that she does with Google, but... Oh, she's calling me back. Hold on. Hello? Hello? I did. Yeah. You literally, as soon as you went into Google Voice, you blocked out. Wait. She was trying to log back into her computer.
Okay. Looks like she came in. It says join the meeting.
It's me. My apologies. Let me get back over to my screen so you guys can see it. Did you guys have any questions before I flipped back over?
No, Will had asked already.
Okay. I'm going to go back over. Did you guys see any of Google Voice, or do I need to start that part over?
We saw Google
Started over
Voice.
the hat froze.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to hop back in there so that you guys can see it. Okay. So in Google Voice, did you guys see how I got there?
Through Google, right? Through the yeah. You see how you got?
Yeah, we saw the voice earlier, how to get into it, and then you said you could text message, receive voicemails, reply right from the app. But then when you went into the number is when you froze.
Okay. As you see in here, can you guys see my screen now?
Record.
Then you can, here's where you would set your voicemails. If you wanted to call internationally, here's where you would add money to make the calls, international calls. You can have it analyze voicemail and transcribe for you, and you can put it on Do Not Disturb to send all of your calls to voicemail. It is a free and effective way. I've used it since 2008 and never had an issue, to be honest. So if you need an additional number or want to have a different number for your tax adventure or any other adventure, definitely Google Voice is an option, a free option that's available.
Is there a limit to the number of Google Voice numbers you can use?
It's only going to let you set up one number per email per device.
Okay.
So the answer to that is yeah. Okay. Before I go into Google Ads, are there any questions at all about any of this stuff? Is this redundant for you guys, or is some of this stuff new for you?
Oh, it's new for me.
New.
Okay, because I definitely don't want to bore you guys with stuff you already know.
Oh, no. Yeah. Valuable information because I hadn't seen it.
Okay, so then I will hop back over here, and I'm going to show you guys Google Ads. Google Ads is kind of tricky if you've never used it before, and it's just kind of tricky if you've never used it before, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because people like me, I'm not going to exempt myself, people like me charge people to do this, okay? I'll be very honest. Through Imprecious Entertainment Services, we offer PR, and this is part of our PR package. Google Ads appear on YouTube, of course, on Google, on Blogger, and just about any Google platform, which gives you quite a bit of reach. When you go in, it gives you the ability to set up campaigns, kind of like the ones you see over here in the example. No, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. To get started, they're offering 300 in free ad credits if you spend 500. I will tell you that's an amazing offer because the amount that we spend in advertising between the multiple business exceeds that on almost a weekly basis. So Google Ads is definitely something that you're going to want to take advantage of. But I want to show you something else that makes the Google Ads make sense. Okay. If we go to Google My Business, Google My Business will let you set up a free business profile. The reason this is important is because, as you see right here, the profile links directly to Google Maps. So now when people go to Google Maps and type in whatever, hair salon, tax preparer, whatever, the business that you have linked to that will pop up in the search. To get higher in the search, you're going to want to have reviews and stars, because those with the highest review rating move to the top of the list. I'm going to, let me go into, no, I don't want to go into this one. Let me go down to this account. This is what it looks like when you have nothing in it. So you can type your business name in and search it if it doesn't pop up, because someone may have already told them about your business. Then you could add your business to Google. So for the sake of just trying something out, I'm going to look for Taxi Up.
And I want to look at these to record.
When I look for Taxi Up Tax, it's not on Google My Business. So we can go in and set it up. I'm not going to go in and set it up because I think the owner of Taxi Up Tax is on the call right now. And go set it up themselves. But this is what you would do. And so I'm going to go back and Team Anointed, one of y'all tell me one of the businesses that we don't have registered.
Far Out Creations.
All right. So we'll go in and we'll set up Far Out Creations as part of the demonstration. And that's with a K, right?
Yeah, and then a Z at the end.
Okay. And so Far Out Creations has not been registered yet. So we would go in and we would register it. The business category is specialty design. Specialty. No, I don't want a specialty clinic. We'll say crafts. We could change it later. I'm not going to save it, but I just want to walk you guys through the process. So we would say crafts. Then we would say next. Then we're going to say, do you want to add a location your customer can visit, like a store or an office? If you say yes and hit next, and you put in the address, then it has somewhere to add you on Google on Google Maps. Being on Google Maps is 100% free. Being on Google Maps helps increase your traffic at no cost. So think about how many times you've gotten in your car and you've used Google Maps to figure out where you were going. You may say, I want to go to a different restaurant. What's here in town? Restaurants close to me, and they show up on Google Maps. Or where's a dry cleaner while I'm in another city, and you go to Google Maps. Your business will be visible there. Google Maps has no charge. The only thing you will ever pay for on Google Maps is if you decide to run an ad. And Google Ads can be ran directly from your Google My Business profile so that you don't have to try to figure out what to write up. It will pull all the information. Their artificial intelligence will formulate it into an ad, and you will tell it how much you want to spend on your campaign. Are there any questions about this?
No.
No? Okay. Now, in addition to Google My Business, Google Apps, Google Voice, and all this other great stuff that's available to you, some of us are starting from scratch, and we're coming from a place where money is not really all over the place for us. We're really cutting it kind of close, and that is okay. A lot of people use Wix for their websites, which is an awesome platform. Wix is an awesome platform. It has really good AI, and you can just really set up a nice site on Wix. But I think with Google, we work with Google. You can set up a free website through Google as well. Let me find the link so I can show you guys. So you may be saying, she keeps showing us stuff that's free. This is a lot of your first years, and I really could show you stuff that would cost quite a bit. But it doesn't make sense to have you spend a lot of money in a business you have made no money in yet. The educated way to start a business is definitely invest in yourself, but the things that you can get at low to little cost, get it at low to little cost, so you have more to push into other things. Some of you will need computers, some of you will need phones. There's a lot. Some of you will need antivirus software, which is definitely not cheap. There's a lot of other things that you could be spending your money on. So where you can save it, definitely save it. So let's take a look at the essentials. You want to be found on Google. You want to do business online. You want to work smarter, and you want to reach customers. I'm going to assume that that is what everybody wants to do.
Yes.
This will give you more tips. On how to get there. So you see, build a website now. Create, build, and make your website. Here, it explains to you things that we really don't think of. Do we want our domain name to be super long? No, because ain't nobody going to want to type all that. Or do we want to keep it short? Do we want it to say who we are? Do we want it to say, what do we want it to say? It gives you the option to purchase your domain name and what to do if your name is taken, like simply change it or buy it from the person. Google sells domain names, just like GoDaddy and domains.com and etc. And they're $12, about $12 a year, just like GoDaddy and domains.com and all the rest of them. Very competitive in the market.
Wow.
You can convert in your Shopify, your WooCommerce, your BigCommerce, even your GoDaddy. Hey, baby. You can come in here. Okay? So, hold on. Let me come back over here. What's wrong, little girl? Why are you crawling on the floor? Did Nana give you your tablet? No. Granny is teaching the class right now, baby. I'll come play with you in a second, all right? I love you.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. This is Google Workspace. Google Workspace is where you can build your site. And it's going to walk you through the process very simply. Name of your business, how many employees, city, state. I'm going to use far out real quick. And far out has 2 to 9, and then I say next. And then you would just go through the process. For respect of time, I won't go through every step. But for the most part, this is where you would go build the site. It's going to take you through steps and put it all together for you. And that is workspace.google.com.
Go back and look at it again.
Oh, yeah. This is good information. This is so amazing.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get my box to where I can view so I can see
And a business.
and
What I work for.
okay. Now I know that was a lot and that I had a lot going on. But are there any questions? And there is no dumb question. So please ask anything that may help you to be able to utilize these things that are available to you.
They asked me how we can get back to the recording after the class so we can go back and look at it.
I'm going to send you the link like I sent you last night.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I get a copy of that?
Were there, huh?
Can I get a copy of that link too? I
Yes.
started late. Thank you.
You're welcome. Were there any other questions?
You went to smallbusiness.com. I had to step away from the phone for the baby.
To do what?
I came on and I seen something that said small business.
If it was the website building portion, it was workspace.google.com. But I'll send you the link so you can look at the recording.
Okay, thank you. Stop now.
Oh, you're welcome. Were there any other questions?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I got a testimony. I got 3 people and a business to do the taxes already.
Hold on. Tell me again. You did what? You got 3 people to do what?
3 people and a small business to do their taxes already.
Okay.
I'm glad he on my team.
Okay, you better go. Go. This is the time. Were there any other questions? Did you guys find that information helpful, first off?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
excellent. I just wanted
Very
to
much.
say I never knew all of this stuff was in Google or available even. I kind of passed over some of those different icons, not really knowing what they were for. But I just thank you for being so comprehensive in sharing the information.
No, you're very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Now, I know Miss Hall down there better put her doggone business on Google My Business. Okay? And then be ready. She better hire some people, too. If she did 220 without it, I can imagine what she's going to do with it.
Wow.
You're so pretty.
Any other questions? This is the time where we openly talk to each other. No dumb questions. We just get it in.
Is there a way to take payment on Google or like send invoices?
You can take Google payments. You can set up to do Google payments. I personally do not, but that's just because I've had some really crazy experiences with like PayPal and different things like that, so I'm real direct about the money. I'll take your credit card through my Square. I'll take your cash. But yes, Google, there is a Google Pay feature that you can use.
So my question is,
I'm not sure if a question was coming, but if you guys can't hear or have a feedback, if you type the question in the chat, Will will read it to me and I'll definitely answer, or he'll answer, or somebody will answer. We're here to help. Now, I know some of you guys already use some of the services outside of Gmail, right? We got some Google Voice users.
Yeah.
Definitely some YouTube users. I think all of us are YouTube users.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any bloggers? Podcasters?
What was that?
Just said any bloggers?
Looking to do.
Yeah. Good night. Give me this.
Well, now you know how to get in there and set up your blog.
Stop playing in my food. Get down. Go. Go.
Are there any other questions? You can set up classes. So for the times that you have to do your classes for ministry virtually, Google Meet might be a good place.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff available. So I wanted to cover this definitely for us as tax preparers, but all of us have another business that we do. And so sometimes it's just difficult coming up with these budgets to pay $250, $300, $400 a week for TV and another $250 a week for radio. And look, I understand. So the Google apps, the Google environment is my friend.
so I have a question. Every time I start to talk, that thing comes on.
Hey, stop spinning in my chair.
I'm not sure that I understood because it keeps giving some kind of crazy feedback.
So whoever that is, you're on your phone and your computer, you got to move the phone away from the computer because you're getting the feedback from the computer.
Mike. Yeah.
That's me. That's me, because what happened. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's me, because what happened when I tried to get on, I wasn't getting any sound, so I had to go to my phone to get the sound. And get a video from the computer. So I guess I can't ask my question. So I'm gonna fix the presentation. Okay? Were you able to hear me? Oops, sorry.
Partway.
No, because then somebody's phone started ringing. It's okay. I need you to ask me this question because I know it's a good one because stuff keeps happening. Whenever it's good, someone's going to try to block it.
I think somebody's typing. Whoever that was, if you're on your phone, if you just mute your computer, you should be okay to get it.
Okay, she said she could not get volume. Okay, put the question in the chat for me. I can see it. Because I definitely want to answer you. That's the purpose of the training. So I use my phone to get volume. Okay. Okay, I'm watching for it. While I'm waiting for Yvette to share her question, I will tell you guys that I do have a very active blog for professional tax tips, and on my YouTube, not so active, but definitely some video of tax tips for tax professionals. On our Roku and Firestick channels, there's also some nonprofit teachings. So me and a few other speakers have explanations on how to do certain things in your nonprofit. So you don't have to pay anybody to teach it to you. Just go on the channel and watch it. It's there. Some of you know Tiffany Bell had a conference and all of us spoke, and the highlighted speakers are up on the channel. So how to set up your accounting system, how to find grants, how to sell yourself to get more donations. Those workshops, if you did not see them during the conference, you can view them on the Swain Girl Media channel. Well, do you see the question?
Yeah, hold on. Wants to pay someone to do the Google apps for her.
To do what to them?
I guess set them up. If you could send her the link, she wants the link for the training so that she can see what she missed. But it says she's asking, can she get someone who she can pay to use the Google apps to set them up since so close to the season?
Like I said before, our company does that. I hate to charge one of y'all for something like that because I just hate to. But if you feel like you cannot do it yourself and you need us to do it, if you could message either Courtney or Will directly, they can set up time to get you situated. I normally reserve that to for entertainers and authors and people who have a budget set aside to it. I try not to charge the preparers that I work with because it's not exactly the cheapest service. But I will, if you guys can reach out to Will or Courtney, we'll work out something to make it affordable. Were there any other questions? I think someone asked about what I just said. The easiest way to watch it is on our channel on Roku or Firestick because it's on demand. But it is also available on swaingirlmedia.com. But you have to kind of look in the guide to see what time each person plays. So if you're looking for that information on nonprofits, it is not on my YouTube. It is strictly on the channel because that's the agreement we had with the conference host. So it is on Swain Girl Media, on Roku or Firestick, or on swaingirlmedia.com. Were there any other questions? If there are no more questions, would you guys like to share with me what you would like to learn next? Dr. Barbara, I can't hear you if you're talking to me.
You have no volume coming through.
Yeah, if you're talking to me, I can't hear you. Turn your mic back on. I can't even see her mic to give her volume. Or not.
Yeah, she does that. She unlocked for you. Let me see.
Because I can see everybody else. I can't see her mic at all.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to see. She's not blocked.
She's not blocked. I'm not sure how. We lost her sound, but I can't hear her. And it looks like she was telling me a lot of stuff.
It doesn't look like she's got a headset anymore. Her mic got shut off somehow.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dr. Barbara, if you can hear me, put it in the chat for me because I can't hear you. But I definitely want to know what you guys would like to learn next. It definitely won't be now, but so we can put together and make sure you guys are starting on a good level ground.
I don't know, Mr. Calvin over there has got me wanting to take a trip up to Macon now. Do a face-to-face training.
Because he's over there catching customers already.
Wasn't after one night he catching customers. I'm like, dang, I ain't even started promoting yet. What are you doing, man?
I said I was going to do another Canva training. It's just so late. I don't want to take them into Canva tonight. And it's already 9:30.
Yeah, no. That's like another hour training.
Yeah. It is a Canva training.
I'll get the question. See what you're saying.
Marketing training is on my YouTube. So you can go to my YouTube and watch the marketing training to see how to use Canva and Poster My Wall. Another 2 free things you could use. I thank you guys all for taking time out of your evening to come on. I respect your time. Your time is valuable. As soon as Dr. Barbara hops back on and asks her questions, I will definitely stop the training so you guys can get some rest. But again, I do thank you guys for joining and hope that the information that you have received, even if you knew part of it, hopefully if it's only one thing that you learned that one thing, that it helps take your business to the next level.
Yes.
Hey, Dr. Barbara.
Hey, I made it back.
Now tell me what you were telling me.
Well, I want to make sure that I have a clear understanding because I know we've got the training yesterday and the training is just phenomenal. I just want to have a clear process in my mind as to what 1, 2, 3, what we'll need to be doing in order to moving in the direction of becoming functional, so that we can I can be clear about our progress that we're making on our end, because what you're giving us is so amazing, and I want to make sure I implement it the way we should.
Did you get an email from me yesterday kind of breaking down the steps of the P10 and the training and the this and that sometime yesterday afternoon from my info at Anointed for Prosperity email?
If I did see it because I was doing I think I got into 3 or 4 other meetings yesterday, so it might have gotten caught up in the other emails, but I will go back and look for it.
Yeah, definitely check your spam, because I normally email you from a different email address, so definitely check your spam, but it's from info@anointedforprosperity.com.
Okay.
The other thing I need is your list of people so that I can put them in the training.
Yes, ma'am.
So definitely I need that. I'm not sure if everybody is added to your messenger group. So if you get a chance, could you add anybody that's missing to your messenger group? So when we send something out, that they see it.
Yes, yes. I think that's what Will was telling me.
Yeah. And pretty much from there, now I don't do these trainings every night. Normally, I try to scale down.
2 a week.
Originally, I said I wasn't doing any this week, but because I have an event Sunday with my granddaughter, but business is business, and we're real close to season, so I have to make the sacrifice if I want us to win. Next, we're already in November, so trainings will be at least 3 nights a week.
Okay.
If that isn't a problem, at least 3 nights a week. Simply because even though you may have the basics and know how to do taxes, you got to know how to do more than taxes if you want to get the people to flow through.
Right.
So I just want to make sure, like we went through options that you can use to help push yourself with little to no money. I want to make sure that you know how to get in their face without getting in their face.
Right.
What else did I say I was going to cover tonight? Will, Popple?
Yeah, you listed off a bunch of stuff last week. There was like 4 different trainings that we do. You said Google, you said Popple, you said Canva, poster my wall, but that's like another hour training there. Canva we kind of talked about last night, but we didn't like show it. But it's hard to show anything on Popple except explain what it is.
Yeah. Now Courtney is going to do the truck driver taxes training course with Team Whitehead.
Oh wow, that's excellent.
Who?
The truck drivers training course. I gotta talk with you all about that. That is something I gotta talk
because
with you
truck driver taxes are a little different, and we don't want you to miss no money. So I've already done the course before you guys signed on, and Courtney has agreed to do it again for me.
Okay.
She already locked on that.
Yeah, I've got a contact for that, and I'm really sure that it's going to give us some opportunity to make some business here. Yeah.
Good. Hey, Courtney, could you give them a time and date that would be good for you? Because I don't want to conflict with when they have study.
Well, let me know because I got to get on it too. You're muted, Courtney.
Sorry. I'll probably be when you guys are in Bible study and stuff, so I can kind of work around you.
Okay.
And are you guys available for daytime?
Most everybody is working.
Well, from this Whitehead team, y'all weren't on the call earlier when Courtney was introduced. She is the other client manager for Anointed that could not make it on the phone call last night.
Okay. I know when I came in, I saw her beautiful face. Thank you all so much for waiting on us. And I apologize. We did not mean to do that. I really didn't. And I would never waste your time like that because I value the contributions that you are making for us. So please forgive me. That will not happen again.
No problem.
He's first.
Yeah.
I just got to wait. Okay.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It got intense tonight.
Now, what you guys see Will holding up in his hand is a popple.
Okay.
I told you guys a little bit about the popple last night, but that is a popple.
Okay.
It's a digital business card. You load all your information on your website, and what you do is when you go by their phone, you stick it to the back of their phone and rub it, and it'll get a pop-up asking to go to your popple information. They'll click on it, and it will take them into all your information on your website, your business card, your phone number, what you do, a little background about you or your company. So it's, one, you're not passing diseases because you don't have to get that close to the phone to touch it. And then you're not passing paper business cards or wasting $40 on 200 business cards.
Wow,
$20, depending on the kind you want. They have all different kinds. They have the pop socket ones that go on your phone, the ones where you can hold it on your phone. So it doesn't even have to be an extra attachment as a keychain. You just walk around with your phone and tap the back of somebody else's phone, and they got all your information.
Wow, I love that. I saw that commercial where somebody was talking about they sell money and they had a bracelet on, and the guy said, "Tell me more about you," and she put her bracelet on his phone. I saw that, but I didn't know what was going on.
Yep, they have the bracelets. They have like little credit cards, just a plastic card. You just tap to the back of their phone. It's the same exact thing. The keychain's the cheapest and it's the easiest because you've always got your keys on you.
Right. Oh, I'm excited about that. Thank you all. I definitely want to get that.
We'll share a link with you guys, and normally it comes with a coupon, 20% off coupon with it.
Okay. Awesome.
I just put it in the chat.
Thank you.
But it really is, I love it. Courtney, what you think of yours?
I love mine too. Easy and everything right there.
Yeah.
And you have
You can load everything on there, all your social medias, everything.
Wow.
You can take they just put a new feature on it called Stripe, and you can actually take payments through your Popple now.
Wow. I need that.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
It's like a Square, right?
Yeah, you can take the payment through it. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, you just enter the credit card information in. You'll pull up your app on your phone, enter their credit card information, how much the charge is, and it will deposit directly into your account immediately.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want.
That's what I want.
Were there any other questions?
Wow.
So that's the Popple.
That's the Popple. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. When the next class?
Next week.
Next week.
Courtney, when are you doing truck drive?
When are you all available?
In the afternoons, today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thursday, will we be available? Will you all be available Thursday?
Thursday. I will. Wait.
Thursday.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, what about you, Keisha?
I got one meeting. That's it.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can make it.
Thursday, you're available? Oh, that's right. You have classes on Thursday, so you're not available. On to everything else, whenever everybody else can come, I'll be there.
Does anybody have anything tomorrow, Wednesday? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it everybody tomorrow? About 8 p.m.?
I'm good on that.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I gotta go to the interview. You know.
I got 7 to 8, so I'll be there. Yes. I'm gonna cut it off really time.
If 8 will work tomorrow night, I can do that.
Okay, I have one other thing that has nothing to do with taxes that I'm going to sprinkle on y'all. Anointed for Prosperity has become affiliated with True Connect. True Connect is a provider for free and low-priced phone and internet service. No, I ain't trying to sell you nothing before we even get there. When you see people set up with a little Thanksgiving tablets and phones to Medicare, food stamp, Pell Grant participants at little to no cost, maybe a $10 activation, $20 activation, whatever, we are a part of that. If any of your offices would like to be a part of that so that you can offer that to your people, we'll send you the link on how to enroll and take the classes to be able to do that and assist the low-income people in your areas to have access to internet and phone service who may not be able to afford it.
Excellent. Yeah, we want to do that. Yeah, because that's a very viable part of ministry, to bring people to that level of connection, and then especially with us doing so much virtual stuff for ministry, and people that don't have it can't access it. So if we can assist people to get it, that's just another opportunity to serve.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make that available. That wasn't originally part of this training. I was sitting here and it just kind of, I felt a little poke and said you might want to share this, and Will can drop the link into you guys' group. It would be the enroll link or the join link. Will, I don't know what the link really says, to be honest. I'm thankful for Courtney and Will. Some days I'm not sure how I would get through if I didn't. I know Virginia has become a True Connect affiliate. I don't know if she's finished training and got product in yet, but I'll touch bases with her tomorrow. The more people we can empower with means of communication,
yes,
the better it is. So if there's no other questions, I promise I'm not going to hop out and tell y'all nothing else. I promise.
Oh, we thank you. We thank you for everything you share. Oh, my goodness.
But I'm cheering y'all on. See, Calvin is already in the mix, getting him some clients over there.
When is your next meeting?
Well, I think, aren't you guys meeting with Courtney tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow. What time, Courtney?
8 o'clock.
Okay.
8. She said 8 tomorrow.
8.
Yes. 8 tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Calvin, you said the ones you signed up or the ones you got interest in are small business clients?
1.
I got one small business client and 3 clients.
3.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Yvette. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I thank all of you guys for hearing the voice of the Father and trusting it, and stepping out on faith and working with me. I know I'm a little extra sometimes, a little rough on the eyes. Don't even bother to brush my hair, so it might have been questionable. But I promise I will do all I can to help you get to the next level.
Oh, we thank you. We thank you. You are such a treasure to all of us, and so we appreciate you, your time, your sacrifice, your energy, your commitment, and your passion for what you do. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. Courtney, 8 o'clock. She's going to take you through how to do taxes for truck drivers. Truck drivers have a lot of expenses that they leave on the table. She's going to show you how to know how to reel it all in. But your truck drivers are not a cheap client. All the work you're going to do, you're going to have to reel it all in and charge them jokers. You don't have to take their head off, but you're going to have to charge them.
He's over here trying to bargain. Talking about, can he get my truck driving clients? He wants me to give him them, and then I take his. He's not doing that.
No, you don't do all them clients. You can share.
Man, stop.
Don't forget to get your PTINs. Team Whitehead, get your PTINs.
PTINs, yes.
I'll get mine tonight.
Okay.
Okay. And if there's no other questions or nothing else, then I wanna say I'm gonna be asleep tomorrow at 8, but I know how my spirit is, so I'll probably be on cheering for Courtney from the sideline. I'm not gonna take over the class though.
We'll see you at Will tomorrow at 8.
Courtney, she say that, but every time I do a training, she jump right over top of me.
Oh, Will, don't do that because you got to do the software training. And remember, I promised you guys I wouldn't say anything extremely ghetto. Okay, so I'm gonna let you have the floor. I'm not gonna explain to them about the stripper poles or none of that as an expense.
Courtney and LaShawn got to remember that training.
Wow.
But definitely take advantage of everything you learned today in all of your businesses. Ladies, if you don't have an additional line and you do a lot on social media, set up a Google number to avoid stalkers, please.
Yes.
Please. Could I teach you another specialty? Well, before it's over, we're going to do legal marijuana. I don't mean smoke it. I mean, we're going to learn to do the taxes for it, and we'll do a little on cryptocurrency.
Okay.
I was hearing about that today, cryptocurrency.
Hmm?
I was hearing about that today. Cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Do you invest in it? Do you buy coin?
No, I have some, but I ain't too much invested in it.
We don't know what we doing.
Child, you at the right place now. So, Will, if you can send them a pie invitation so they could be mining while they're doing that, while in the background all day. And you have coin also, don't you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Invite them to coin. Just drop it in their group. All of them could just get it in there, and who wants it could get it, and who don't. And my brother has a book on crypto. Maybe we could set up a call with him, so that he could teach you guys about crypto.
You got to ask to do a class on travel nurses.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, I could do that. Is Frothy still in there? Frothy. Oh, okay. Then if he's outside, that's okay. I'll get with Jonathan and see what day I can set up a call. Now, I will be honest and tell you that he is a crypto consultant. So his classes normally have a fee involved. I will try to sweet talk him into doing a call at no charge. If not, at a minimal charge. And if you guys are still interested in doing the call, then we will set it up so you guys can learn crypto. Learning crypto is important. For anybody on here who doesn't know, the dollar is phasing out.
It is.
They've already created a crypto U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Other countries are already totally converted over to crypto. The U.S. is just a matter of time. Do not wait until everything has crashed to then try to get some crypto. Have a little put up now. He's outside, probably talking to my son. But we're into all that kind of stuff. I have. Will, do you have the link for my crypto book?
No.
I can drop it. Actually, I can send it to him via PDF. So I'll send you guys my crypto book. His is more advanced than mine. Mine is just basic, the basics on cryptocurrency. But I'll send it over.
I can't find my link for the
I'm sorry.
phone and internet.
All right. If Courtney, if you see it, drop it in. If not, I'll drop it in their group after I get back to my computer. And yes, I will do a deep dive on travel nurses and the things that they can deduct and the things that are considered. But it's going to be tricky because travel nurses whose companies pay for their travel and everything are not able to claim it because the company reimburses it. But we'll discuss all of that in that training.
Okay.
So we'll hit a few different trainings.
Okay.
That's tomorrow.
Courtney's tomorrow.
Yeah, Courtney's going to do truck drivers tomorrow. I'll send you guys, we'll send you guys probably Pi and Coin so you guys can mine. And what mining is simply making it dig for crypto for you so that you don't have to buy it cash. Any of you that use Cash App should be able to accumulate Bitcoin by setting up the boost on your card. So when you go into the side where your card is, let me see if with the darkness, if you guys can see.
Yeah, I've seen that boost, but I didn't know what it was for. I sound so illiterate, but...
Okay, so say, for instance, you guys are on this screen where you see your card, and at the bottom you can set a boost.
Okay.
When you set the boost, you can set the boost to earning crypto, getting $1 back, all kind of different stuff. Whatever's going to work for you at that moment, you could use. They have DoorDash discounts, 10% off of restaurants, just various things to help you save money. Okay. So, but you have to remember to go in and set it because it won't set itself.
Okay.
But there are times where they'll give you 10% of your order in Bitcoin or something like that, and you can begin to collect cryptocurrency without buying it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Burger
you.
King is giving away cryptocurrency.
Burger King?
Yep.
Wow.
If you spend $5, they'll give you some crypto.
You're going to spend $5 when you go to Burger King anyway.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's one sandwich.
I know, right?
But just kind of be on the watch out because everybody's accepting it now. Gas station.
Do you have to ask for it? Like, say you
from the email they sent, it wasn't really clear if I had to ask for it or if they were just going to give it to me. I've been trying to avoid, eating a lot of Burger King because, kind of trying to lose some weight. But they do it. I'll send Dr. Whitehead over the email. I'll forward it to her so she can see the details.
Okay. The crypto girl, I was talking about it today, and I was like, what?
Wow.
And I think that's just about everything for me.
Yeah. Thank you.
You guys are very welcome. You guys have a blessed night. My prayers are with you. I really hope. I don't really hope. I really know already that the outcome is going to be greatness from this. I can't guarantee that it's in necessarily taxes, but in the advancements of life.
Yes.
Great things are going to happen. I need you to understand that even though you have a job, you're not a failure, that money is required to eat. But adding a subsidy, adding an additional business, doesn't necessarily have to take the place of your job if you're making good money. It just needs to bring extra in. So while you're sitting back thinking about certain things, remember, pay attention to the economy. Look at that stock page that we looked at through Google. Pay attention to the crypto and be prepared. Because it's going to be a very cold winter, and I don't necessarily mean temperature.
Right.
And you just want to be prepared because you never know what this government is doing next.
Really?
You just never know what this government is doing.
That crypto, I just learned about that. I was like, wow.
No, Tommy. Years ago.
Crypto's some serious, man.
But
we ain't talking about no crypto now.
Will, did you have anything to add?
No.
Courtney, you got anything to add?
Nope, I'm all good.
Okay. So, you all be blessed. May the hand of Yahuwah be upon you as you travel, as you rest, and as you go through your day. May the strongholds in your mind be torn down, and no longer do you feel limited to the things of this world. But remember that your Father, who controls everything, can do the impossible. Remember that He's omnipresent and omnipotent and always with you. And even though that it may seem dark, if you would just focus, you'll see the light of His path to guide you. Have an awesome day.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, man.